Have you ever thought Little Red Riding Hood was just a simple children's story? A cautionary tale about listening to your mother and not talking to strangers? Well, prepared to have your mind blown? Today, we're going on a deep dive into the hidden layers of this iconic tale, uncovering a profound story of spiritual initiation, psychological transformation, and cosmic symbolism. This isn't the story you were told as a child. This is the story of your own soul's journey. Let's start with the basics. Most of us know two main versions. The first, written by Charles Perrault in 1697, is pretty grim. The little girl and her grandmother are eaten by the wolf, and that's the end. It's a stark moral lesson. But the version we love, from the Brothers Grimm in 1812, is different. A hunter arrives, cuts open the wolf's belly, and saves them both. This isn't just a happy ending. It's a symbolic rebirth, and that's where our journey begins. At the heart of the story, we find a classic feminine triad. The mother represents maturity, the rules of society, and the world we know. The grandmother is ancient wisdom, the memory of our lineage, and the little girl. She's pure innocence, raw, untapped vital energy. This triad is ancient, appearing in myths worldwide as the three fates or the three goddesses, symbolizing the stages of the soul: nascent, active, and wise. And then there's the wolf. He's more than just a predator. He is the archetype of our own inner shadow. He's our wild instincts, our uncontrolled desires, the untamed animal forces of our unconscious. Psychologically, the wolf represents those devouring impulses, that raw, primal energy that threatens to overwhelm our conscious mind. He is the temptation of the material world, lurking just off the path. That path is crucial. The mother tells the girl, don't stray from the path. The path is the moral law, the known structure of our lives, the safe route. But the forest. The forest is the great unknown. It's a universal symbol for an initiatory journey. It's where we lose our bearings, where we enter the labyrinth of our own unconscious mind to face trials and undergo transformation. Leaving the path isn't a mistake. It's a necessary step. It's the call to adventure, the choice to explore your inner world to find who you truly are. It's not a sin, but an initiatory necessity. This leads to the most terrifying part of the story, being eaten by the wolf. But in a symbolic reading, this isn't just death. It is a psychological migredo, a term from alchemy meaning the blackening, the dissolution of the ego. It's an initiatory death. Think of Jonah in the belly of the whale, or Orpheus descending into the underworld. You have to be broken down, dissolved into the primal chaos before you can be reborn. And that rebirth is exactly what happens in the Grimm version. The girl and her grandmother emerge from the wolf's belly. This isn't just being rescued. It's a profound act of liberation. It echoes baptism, a second birth, the hero's return from the labyrinth. The old, naive self has died, and a new, wiser self is born from the experience. Now, let's go even deeper into the esoteric and spiritual readings. The tale perfectly maps onto the three phases of the alchemical great work. First, the nigredo, or the blackening. This is the dark forest straying from the path, the encounter with the shadow wolf, and being devoured. It's the descent into darkness. Then comes the albedo, the whitening. Inside the wolf, the girl realizes she's been deceived. This is the illumination, seeing through illusions, and then the hunter arrives. He is the ray of higher consciousness, the light that pierces the darkness. Finally, we have the rubedo, the reddening. This is the rebirth, the return home transformed. The girl reintegrates the grandmother's wisdom, but now it's her own, earned through experience. She is no longer just innocent, she is wise. Even the objects in the story are packed with meaning. The basket she carries contains bread and wine. Bread for the body, wine for the spirit. An echo of the Eucharist, symbolizing the union of the physical and the divine. And what about her iconic red cloak? Red is the color of vital energy, of blood, of desire, of the inner fire. It's the color of the root chakra, our connection to life force. The cloak signifies that the girl is coming of age, a time when these powerful energies awaken within her. She is literally wearing the very power that will both endanger her and transform her. We can even map the story onto the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. The girl is the kingdom, our incarnate consciousness. The mother is structure and law. The grandmother is pure wisdom. The wolf represents the klipphuff, the shadowy, unbalanced forces. The forest is the mysterious realm of Thoth, a state of knowledge gained only through direct experience. And the hunter? He is the solar heart, the mediating force of beauty and consciousness. The journey is a movement through the tree, integrating shadow to achieve a higher state of being. In a Gnostic sense, being devoured is the soul's descent into matter, becoming trapped by the ego. The hunter is the logos, the divine spark of reason and spirit that liberates the trapped soul. The grandmother, absorbed and then reborn, symbolizes how ancient wisdom must be purified through trial before it can be passed on. So, who is the hunter? He is the solar force, the active, spiritual, masculine principle. He is the light that penetrates the shadow, the consciousness that dissects illusion, the inner teacher or guide that awakens when we are lost in the dark. He represents the intervention of our higher self, the inner light that emerges only in the heart of our deepest psychic night. When you put it all together, Little Red Riding Hood is revealed to be a powerful initiatory myth about our own inner transformation. It's not a warning to stay on the path and avoid the forest. It's a map that shows us we must enter the forest. It teaches us that our consciousness must confront its own shadows, its wild impulses, and the illusions of the world. It shows us that a symbolic death of the ego is necessary to be reborn on a higher level of awareness. The trials we face aren't obstacles, they are gateways to wisdom. And true spiritual awakening doesn't come from avoiding what scares us, but from courageously confronting it. The soul only becomes luminous by daring to cross its own dark forest and learning to integrate its own inner wolf. The story isn't just about a little girl in a red cloak. It's about you, it's about me. It's about the hero's journey we are all on. Thanks so much for watching and going on this journey with me. If this opened your eyes to the hidden meanings in our oldest stories, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the myths that shape our world. See you next time.